Following gives an overview of the Final Cut Pro interface. The first thing you're going to want to do when you open it is import clips. You would click on the arrow, the down arrow, to import your clips from the desktop. The best practice is to have a folder with all of the assets, video, still images, whatever it is, audio, in a folder, and then import that folder. When you import clips, they will show up in the folders next to the project name. You can then take whichever clip you wish to start with and drag it down to the timeline. The first clip in Final Cut is what's called magnetic. In other words, it sticks to the timeline and everything else builds on top of that. So audio attaches below the video layer and sticks to that clip, such that if you move the clip, the audio also moves. But other than that, it's just like any editor, you could stack up the clips. Now there are some hidden tools that you click on where the red circle is. The default tool will be the selection tool. You'll find the razor blade there and other tools that you could use to manipulate and cut and affect timing in clips. If you wish to adjust how your timeline looks, click on the clip menu on the top right side of the timeline, and you can adjust the thickness of the clip, which components of the audio or the size of the clip will preview, and then you can also adjust the zoom in here as well. To add credits to your project, click on the letter T in the top left corner, and you will see a bunch of different options that will come up. I recommend not using the 3D options because they tend to overwhelm the computer. They're more difficult to use. Just keep basic credits, select the one you want, and drag it either before a clip or on top of a clip. On the right hand top side of the timeline, you'll see some icons that show you things like transitions, which is depicted here, or you also have video effects, where if you wish to change the color of a clip or add some other kind of effect, you can simply drag that effect onto the clip and you will get the desired result. In the top right hand side, you'll see there's also settings for whichever effect that you add. And then you can go, and if you decide you want to keep it, you can just keep it selected. If you want to get rid of it, you can unselect it or delete it. Things like timing change and cropping video clips to get rid of edges are done in the icons in the middle section here. And then last but not least, in the top right side, you'll see the up arrow. So the down arrow is always in, the up arrow is always out. By that I mean, to get your video out of the editor and into a finished movie, you need to go through the process of rendering it out. So I always choose master file, and then in settings you can check your resolution. Generally we use H.264, which is what your phone uses. If the file is too large, you can change the resolution size of the file, and then you want to click next and export it and save it to the desktop. It's very important to wait for it to be done rendering and exporting before you close Final Cut. Otherwise, you will not have a complete file. Good luck.